We are living in a world that is just flooded with information. So how do you even begin to tell what's real and what's not, especially when some stories are deliberately built to mislead you? Today, we're looking at a new way to think about this problem, plus a brand new tool from Samuel.Inc. designed to help. Let's get into it.
The whole idea kicks off with this really powerful statement. It frames our ability to see things clearly, not just as some nice personal skill, but as a civic necessity. It's basically saying that in today's world, thinking clearly is part of being a responsible citizen. And this concept, this third eye, is going to be central to everything we talk about.
So what are we really up against here? Well, the source calls it the architecture of deceit. It's such a great term for the modern information chaos we all live in. Let's break down what that actually means.
Okay, first up, what even is this third eye? It's not anything mystical, don't worry. It's really just a metaphor for your own critical thinking toolkit. It's your power to hold on to your own perspective and clarity, even when you're getting bombarded by stuff designed to throw you off. And this is what the third eye is fighting against. The architecture of deceit isn't about random rumors or mistakes. Nope. This is about strategic, human-driven misinformation. These are narratives that are built with a purpose, to literally reshape how we see things like identity, territory, and even history itself. So how in the world do you fight back against that? The source lays out this really rigorous method called tripolar verification. Basically, it means you check any claim from 3 different angles. You look at the empirical data, the original texts, and you compare it to other evidence. This is the complete opposite of, those unverified, narrative-driven histories that get amplified online to push a certain agenda. The difference in quality is just night and day.
And that really brings us to the big question, right? We've laid out the problem, we see the battleground. So, what are your weapons? How do you actually defend your own perspective, your own third eye?
Now, the good news is, the source doesn't just drop this big problem on us and walk away. It actually proposes a solution. This next part is all about how we can actively defend our own third eye. And here it is. The solution they've built is a new tool, the Samuel.Inc. Strategic Intelligence Suite. It's described as a professional-grade guide built from the ground up to help people navigate these incredibly complex and, frankly, deceptive topics.
Okay, so what does a guardrail against deceit actually do? Let's peel back the layers and see how this thing is actually designed to protect you from getting misled.
It all comes down to 3 core functions. First, it's all about rigorous fact-checking, giving you a direct line to the primary sources. Second, it works to neutralize bias because every claim is grounded in a clear methodology, not some hidden agenda. And third, it restores context, helping you see the whole complex story, not just some oversimplified, misleading version.
And what's really cool is the tech behind it. The source mentions it's built using some speculative, near-future AI tech from Google's Gemini ecosystem. Now, the real takeaway here isn't just the fancy name, it's that this kind of advanced system could let people create incredibly powerful tools like this one without having to write a single line of code. That makes this kind of power way more accessible to everyone.
All right, so that's the tech, but what's it actually like to use? This next part is basically a field guide, walking you through how to use this knowledge base to get to the truth. The whole process really boils down to 4 simple steps. 1. Be specific. Vague questions get vague answers. 2. Ask for the audit packet. That's your key to unlocking the primary sources and all the verification data. 3. Use that packet to cross-reference claims you see somewhere else. And 4. Check the stats. See if the evidence you're looking at is solid or just lore. It's a clear, repeatable process for anyone.
Let's look at a quick example. Instead of asking something vague like, "Tell me about history," you ask something super specific like this. That's what lets the tool slice right through the noise and pull up the exact evidence you need.
And here's an even cooler example that shows off that cross-referencing power. You can literally take a claim you found on some other website and ask the tool to check it against the evidence and methods in the Samuel.Inc. database. It's like having an expert researcher on call, ready to check the work for you.
And this brings us to a really crucial feature, the ability to filter everything by its evidence quality. The tool makes a clear distinction between stuff that's lore-only, it's part of a cultural story but lacks hard evidence, and information that is tripolar verified, which is backed by that solid 3-pronged data we talked about. Seriously, knowing the difference is a total game changer.
So we've spent some time looking at the architecture of deceit. The source suggests we now focus on building its opposite, an architecture of truth.
Ultimately,
The whole point of this is to empower you, to help you move beyond the simple, easy, and often misleading stories you're told. It's about giving you the tools to see the deep, complex, and honestly fascinating reality of how history and events are all connected, for yourself.
For anyone who wants to see this in action, the source material points you right to the tool, which is live now. It's really an open invitation to jump in and explore this new way of thinking about information.
And so we end right back where we started, with that one central idea. This isn't just about some new piece of tech, it's a personal challenge. In this wild information landscape we're in, defending your own clarity, well, that's in your hands. So, are you ready?